Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm today going to solve Leetcode daily challenge, problem number 1345, jump gain 4. So it is marked as a hard problem, but I would say it lies somewhere on the medium side. And in this problem, what you have to do is you have to find the minimum number of jumps it will take you from zero index. It will take you to reach to the last index from index zero. Okay. And for each jump, they have given these three conditions over here. First one is you can, like from any point on the array, you can either go to I plus 1 if your I plus 1 lies within the range I minus 0 with the same condition, and j. J, like how will you figure out this condition? If there is the same element, uh, occurring in the array, so you can jump directly to that index if I is not equals to j. Okay, for example, in this case, we have 100 and 100, right? So either you can go to this position, you cannot go backwards because it's going to be minus 1, or you can go to 4, like index 4, sorry, index 4. Okay, and you have to basically count how many steps it will take to reach to the last element. Okay. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a BFS approach to solve this, and it's going to be a really simple problem. So, first we will figure out all the indices of the elements, and we're going to prepare a array for that. For example, uh, we'll take 100 as the key, like the element as the key, and we will store all the indices where it appeared into an array. Okay. Then we will simply apply a BFS approach and we will check for all the this here, all the valid options from that particular index where you can move to. And as soon as you reach to the last position or the last index, we are going to turn the result. So let's move toward the solution. Okay. So first things first, we want to have a hash map with key and value, right? So let's use default dict so that we don't get a error if you know, the element is not present. Now, yeah, sorry. So now I'm going to use enumerate for getting the index and value at the same time, and we will be storing that into the hash map dot append index. Okay. Now I want to find few variables which I'll be using. First one is the q which I'll use. Second one is the variable which we will return at the end, and we'll initialize it with 0. And another one is visited. So this will basically tell us if we have already visited that node or not. If yes, we won't want to proceed with that, right? So we will start our queue with the 0 index, right? And we'll also put in 0 into the visited. Now it's going to be a simple while loop and the basic procedure what we follow for the BFS. So while queue, like until we have any element in the queue. At each step, I want to check what is the length of the queue. Basically, it will determine how many elements will be processing in a single iteration. Okay, so length of queue. Now a simple for loop around this value queue length. Okay, now the interesting part starts. So we have stored the indexes in the hash map, right? And in the queue as well. So I'll start picking out the indexes from queue dot pop. I want to pop from the left. So pop 0 will do the work. Next is if, let's say, the index we just received is equal to length of array minus 1. If we reach the last index, then I want to return the steps. Okay, because this was a condition which we wanted to achieve. This was the case which we wanted to achieve. If not, what I'll be doing is I'll take all the adjacent index or all the other index for the same element, which you can get from hash map, right? Dot get array of index, and if if this index is not yet visited, right? J if index is not visited, I want it to append into the queue and into the visited node as well. Uh, Visited node is with edj index. Hmm. So with this for loop, we basically covered the third pointer into the of the conditions, right? And once we have added all the elements of this particular, all the indices of this particular element, I want to reset it to an empty list so that we don't process it again and again. So this will be sorry in our hash map. I want to reset my array of index like for the current element. Now the other two indexes which could have picked was index minus one if it is greater than minus one, and if index minus one is not in visited nodes. Then you can pick that and you will do the same what you did above. Q dot append index minus one, visited dot add index minus one. And we'll do exactly the same for index plus one. Index plus one. But you will check for if it is less than length of array, right? Length of array plus plus. This is it. And once you're done with this part, you have to increase your or increment your step counter because you have proceeded a complete step, but you didn't reach to the final index. And if there is nothing, like we'll just simply return minus one. Okay. So let's check out the test cases once. Yeah. So the test cases got clear. Let's submit for further evaluation. Awesome. So the solution got accepted, and I'll say it again. It was a decent submission. So yeah, thanks again guys for watching out the video and stay tuned for the upcoming ones. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you.